Hello everyone, welcome to Redmen TV. It's Team News Reaction Live with me, Ste. We're reacting to Liverpool's starting 11 and subs for this afternoon's game against Brighton. So yeah, looking at the team, obviously the back four, I suppose that the major point of contention was who's going to start at centre-half. Joel Matip and Joe Gomez both played in midweek. Konate obviously was part of the 5-0 win at Old Trafford. And it's Konate who's got that place. Joel Matip is out to the side, Konate is in. I suppose that's probably the biggest talking point of the day so far. Say left-back Robertson, Van Dijk and Trent, the usual suspects there. In midfield, now we know most of the midfielders out injured. There was basically a choice of, was Keita going to be fit? If not, was it going to be Chamberlain? There was rumours of Thiago maybe being involved. He's not. Fabinho's out, Milner's out. We know Harvey Elliott's out as well. So it's Jordan Henderson playing in the number 6. Thankfully, after being stretchered off less than a week ago, Naby Keita's fit. Probably coming off the back of his best ever game in the Liverpool shirt at Old Trafford when he got stretched off after that shocker by Paul Pogba. I mean, many of us thought that could have been a season ender, broken leg type of thing. Thankfully, it wasn't, and Naby Keita's fit enough to start, which is a big, big boost for Liverpool. And he's joined in the midfield. Like I say, Curtis Jones gets the nod over Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Both of those guys played in midweek at Preston. It was Curtis Jones who replaced James Milner at Old Trafford when Milner went off with the injury, and Jones keeps his place in the side. Up front, well, again, really the only question was Diego Jota perhaps going to be in the side? It turns out no, he's not. And why would you change anything after that amazing victory last week? So Sadio Mane's in, Bobby Firmino's in, and Mo Salah. Like I say, Mane didn't start at Old Trafford. Gets the nod here at home against Brighton. Diego Jota, perhaps a little bit unfortunate to find himself on the bench after getting that goal in that game. Speaking of the bench then, young Tyler Morton's probably the standout there. He gets his first Premier League bench appearance this season. The usual suspects, it was pretty much everyone else who was left fit really. Adrian remains as the backup goalkeeper with Kevin Kelleher still ill. Joel Matip, like I say before, probably finds it a little bit unfortunate, maybe feels a bit hard done by, but he's on the bench alongside Joey Gomez. Kostas Tsimikas, as we all expected. Ox didn't get the nod, like we say, Curtis Jones did, so Ox is on the bench. Our goal scorers from midweek, Taki Minamino and the Scorpion King himself, Divock Origi. There's Diogo Jota as well. So yeah, it's a very, very strong looking Liverpool side. Considering the injuries they've got, it still looks like a team that is more than capable of beating Brighton. I'm going to throw it over to Errol. Errol, what are your thoughts on this one, pal?
I'm relatively pleased with that, to be honest with you. I'm, as you were saying there, mentioned Naby. I'm just relieved that, within the space of a week, he's back, he's fit enough to play this game again, because I think that was a lot of fans' concerns back end of last week, was how long potentially could he be out for. I think it's all his history with us and his injury record. You just see him getting a crunching tackle like that and you just fear for the worst. But I'm glad that he's fit enough to start again today, and I think hopefully as long as that good form can continue on a good run, I'm expecting, I think he set the bar now. It is probably my takeaway from Naby in terms of him in a Liverpool shirt. We know he's of a world-class quality. It's just about consistently delivering when he's on the pitch. And again, just getting a chance to see Konate play another 90 minutes in the Prem, I think that's another exciting one to watch really for us. So it'll be interesting to see how he performs.
Yeah, those are definitely, mate, they're the two talking points for sure, Naby's fitness and Konate. I'll be honest, when I saw Konate at United, I thought he's playing because Cristiano Ronaldo, he's really good in the air, big, strong guy, fast. United are probably going to look to hit us on the counter. It turns out they were dog shit, so they couldn't do anything against us. But the fact is now he's in. Next game he plays.
It's his place to lose.
I will say it looks like now, like say, Joel Matip did this to Joe Gomez at the beginning a couple of seasons ago. Gomez started the season, Matip got in, stayed in. Yeah. It looks like Ibu Konate's got a chance now to just nail that position down next to Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah, and good luck to him as well, because if he can do it at his age, and he's someone that can be strong and like physical, as you say, there aren't many centre forwards in our league that are going to bully him. And he's got that recovery pace as well. He's got someone in Virgil van Dijk next to him that'll talk him through all the game. So getting that experience on the pitch week in, week out will do him the world of good. Young French international, and he's got aspirations to break into that French squad on a more consistent basis. I think he's putting himself in good stead if that's kind of where he sees himself. And I think that's why he came here, to be honest. I don't think he came to be third or fourth choice centre-half. I think he wanted to fight for that position, especially given the injury records of particularly Matip more than anything else. Yeah. And then obviously kind of, we've got Virgil van Dijk and we're tying him down, which is great, but having the next ones coming through in Joe Gomez and him, I think Klopp said earlier in the week he's got some angry players, but they're right to be angry because everybody's playing well. You can't really pinpoint any weak links in our starting 11, whichever he fields at the moment. So I think it is good that he gets chances.
We mentioned Naby then, obviously it's amazing to see him fit. I suppose the other one really was when you go to the Old Trafford and you win 5-0, you might be tempted to go again with the same attackers. Now Jurgen's made a change, Jota's out, Mane's in. Do you think that's to be expected, a bit of a shock? Because again, I thought maybe he goes again, but and Sadio, he didn't play midweek again, so he's had a lot of time off.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts on that?
I'm not overly concerned because I know what Mane can do in a home crowd. He's a performer. He loves to play in front of the crowd at Anfield, and I think they get an extra 5-10% out of him sometimes. So I'm not concerned, but it just, either way you spin it, there's just that extra bit of firepower off the bench then for us, and we know how impactful Jota's been for us since he signed, really. You know, whether he starts a game or whether he comes on as a sub, he always has moments where he looks like he's going to be dangerous in the box. So for me, it's just another good option to keep fresh legs and keep that rotation going, because I think we've got a big game next week, haven't we, midweek? So again, you know, hopefully if we can take care of this game in the same vein that we did last weekend, we've got the option to rest a few players as well going into that midweek Champions League game.
Absolutely, you're spot on again. To be those two, they are kind of interchangeable. I think whatever combination he picks, I mean, Mo Salah's always going to play, and then it's any 2 from 3, and there's an argument to be made for any of those.
I don't think the standard at the minute drops off though, which is the one, which was the one drawing point that I think we wondered a lot last year, just because of, you know, Jota getting injured over that period. Is, you know, when the you know, Bobby and Mane were kind of out of form, it was, there's that drop off and there's nobody in that can really replicate what they do. Whereas that pressure's been alleviated slightly, and it's great the fact that Mane's still in form, I'd say, and Bobby Firmino's definitely bang in form at the moment as well, so it does bode well.
Looking at the Brighton team then again, and people can see this scrolling along the bottom now, but they've got Sanchez, Cucurella, Dunk, Basuma's playing, we'll come to that in a second. Trossard, Mwepu, Lallana, good to see Adam Lallana back at Anfield. He came back last year and won, but obviously there was no one there. I'm sure he'll get a very, very good reception. Got Moda, March, Duffy and Veltman. Then let's talk Basuma. Without going too much into anything here, Errol, they've decided that while everything's going on with Basuma, they're going to let him play footy games. Like, put all that to one side, the ethics about it, he's a very good player. So our midfield, where, you know, without Fabinho, without Thiago, Henderson, Jones and Keita are going to come up against one of the best non-top 6 Premier League midfielders. He's a very, very, very good player. Yeah,
100%. He's you know, just talking about his ability, his quality, and I think there was a lot of speculation, and I think it was just speculation, to be fair. I don't think there was ever really a firm hand in us trying to get him in the summer. I think a lot of fans would have liked to see him added in and as a new addition for our midfield, but in terms of his ability and his quality, you know, at this point, as you said there, outside of the top 6, it's undeniable he is one of the better you know, midfielders in the league. You know, on that stuff, that might come back to bite them on the arse in 12 months' time, depending on what the ethics in the decision is made. But, you know, in this country, it's innocent until proven guilty. So, you know, if he's free to play, and you know, we've got to be on our game today. You know, we can't give no let-offs or anything like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Brighton, and a very, very good season, we know that. City dealt with them comfortably last week. It looks like Liverpool have got a team out there, starting 11 at least, that is more than capable of getting all 3 points in this game. It looks like a very strong Liverpool side.
Oh, it does. And I mean, I think a lot's been said about defence, but this defence here, if you're saying, you know, adding Konate in, he's only picked Matip. You know, Matip might have had a bit of a strain, he came off midweek, but it's because his form at the moment is as good, or not, if not better, than Matip's current form, and we know how good Matip's been at the start of the season for us. So I'm quite confident in the defensive capabilities of these lads, especially the likes of Alisson. I think we always kind of scave over as he's the safe bet. Do you know what I mean? But he's come up with some big saves already this season. He's had some really standout performances, and I think that he's gone up another level as well, which is weird to say, because we just know how quality he's been for us since he signed. So I'm not too concerned, and you can't stop. Well, most importantly, you can't stop Mohamed Salah from scoring at the minute, and good luck to that defence if they think they're going to be able to shut him out for 90 minutes.
Yeah, I do wonder. Salah scored 10 in a row. Can you make Salah score 11 in a row? Scanning the song. That's one for the cop to try and figure out for themselves. So yeah, that was the reaction to Liverpool's starting 11 for this game, and the subs bench as well. Join us at 3 p.m. Me and Elle will still be in these seats for a watch along for the game. We can't wait. Make sure you're here on the channel at 3 p.m. Yeah, well, got about 45 minutes or so. Go and get yourselves a nice cup of tea, biscuit, a beer, depending where you are in the world, and join us back at 3 p.m. We'll see you then. See you in a bit.
Nice one for watching that. If you enjoyed that, get on to Redmen Plus. It's a Liverpool streaming service. It's Netflix for Reds. Over 30 brand new and exclusive interviews, documentaries and shows every single month. If you join as a club captain, you can have your name at the end of every single Redmen TV video. Join now, redmentv.com. You will not regret it.